Hi, welcome to online lecture series on microcontroller and embedded system. I am Dr. Singaravelan and today topic is Introduction to Arduino Programming. The course code is 1944 and the module is 5. The lecture number is 39. As you all learned from the previous lecture, the IDE stands for Integrated Development Environment. It is a kind of sketch overview and it is a like of text editor program. And this allow you to write the computer code that will be uploaded to the Arduino. So when you open the Arduino program, you are opening the IDE, and it is intentionally streamlined to make things simple as possible. When you save an Arduino file, the file is called sketch, and in the sketch you are saving your computer code and the file extension will be saved as .ino. You know that the Word document will save in .doc, such a way that the Arduino also will save the sketch in the form of .ino. The coding language that the Arduino is very similar to C++, which is a common language for the world of computer. So the code you are learning for the Arduino is very similar to the C++. All the basic concept of the C++ will remain same for Arduino also. The code that we are writing here is a human readable. It means that the code make for you sense to understand the concept of it. But the Arduino or the development board which you are using will understand only machine cycle. So the IDE is doing an important part to convert the human understandable language into the machine language, and that machine language we are going to dump into the microcontroller. So this is what the IDE is doing. Now let us make more comfortable with the buttons available in the Arduino IDE. The software that's showing on the screen is the Arduino IDE. When starting the IDE, a new sketch will be opened with some basic and important function called void setup and void loop. You can see here the file name is default file name is given here, which is a sketch underscore June 22B. So here the sketch underscore will be common for all the files, and June 22 will be the current month and date. You can easily rename the file. Just go to file and click on the save. Here you can choose where you want to save your file. For example, I am saving on the desktop, so you can rename anything. So I am giving sample code. Here you can see I didn't give any space in between the file name. That is very important to note. So if you want to separate or separate some meaning or words, use some underscore so that the space is not taking into the account, so error will not come. So just I am saving a sample underscore code on the desktop. So now you can see the file name is changed here and also here. Next, simply I am going to type something, right? So before that, notice there is no any symbol here, just I am going to type something. So now a symbol is popped up here. It shows that I didn't save a file which has been having any changes. So once I save, it will disappear. So this will indicate us whether our current working file is saved or not. So again I am trying to erase it. You can see the symbol is pop up here. Again I am saying this, it is went. The first button on this IDE is given is verify. In a tick mark it is shown here. So it is a verify, which will verify the code what we have written here, and also it will compile. So first I will tell what is verify. Suppose if you are making some syntax error into the program or code, then it will check what are the errors you have made, and it will display in the bottom of the screen. So here we can able to see what are the mistakes we have done on this code. So we can easily go and correct the particular error. And one more duty it's doing is it is compiling. That is, the machine language has been converted. Sorry, the human language has been converted to machine language while compiling. So both the verification and compiling is done on this click button. Next button is upload button. Once the verification is done and it is compiled the human language to the machine language, Now it is good to go to dump our code or dump our file into the microcontroller. So the upload will take place when you click on the upload. Then there will be two LED buttons will be glowing, LED bulbs will be going on that microcontroller board. It will indicate that your laptop or a computer is interfacing or communicating between the microcontroller and the Arduino IDE. To make this lecture series very interesting and practical, hereafter the lecture series will be continue using an online Arduino simulator called Tinkercad, and this simulator uses an Arduino Uno. So we are going to learn the programming using the Uno, and this will be similar to Arduino Mega. So it is good to go with this Uno. Using Tinkercad, we can learn both the programming part as well as the hardware circuit. And also we can able to check our program working logic by connecting simulation hardware and components into the microcontroller. We can check out the output on the programming part, and parts such as comparison, arithmetic, boolean loop, switch case that are used in the sketch. Several sensors, LED are available in the simulator to connect with Arduino in the Tinkercad. To start with Tinkercad, just Google the Tinkercad in the Google, and you can able to find out the website on the top. Mostly you will get in the top priority. You can search with any Google search or any other search engine. So the first option will be in the Tinkercad. Just open the Tinkercad and you will see the website like this. Here there are two options. One is join now and sign in. If you don't have an account in Tinkercad, you can able to join here as a student, and if you already registered, sign in directly by using your Google account or any other mode. So I already registered with Google, so I am starting with the Google. After you log in, you can able to see this page here. To start creating a new project, there are different type of project available. One is you can able to design your 3D, or you can able to design your hardware circuit and code blocks, and if you want to create some lessons, you can do that lessons also. So we are going to concentrate only on the circuits to design embedded circuit using the Arduino Uno. So for that, just press on the create project. Already I have created a two project. Once you click on this create project, you will have some project area available here. Just go to any one of the project. Once you start the project, you can see the project 1, and you want to create a circuit, not the 3D design. You want to create a circuit. So once circuit is clicked, then it will load to build a circuit, and this is the first view of the project. Here you can see some components available to design your embedded system. So here the basic concepts are basic components are available under the component and basic, and all means all the necessary passive and active components will be available here. And to open the Arduino circuits or boards, just click on the under the starters, click on the Arduino, and you can see some predefined or already simple embedded circuits are available. Which one is suitable for your project, you can choose that current circuit, and you can able to pick into your project. So here first I am going to design a LED which is connected to any one of the pin, and the LED should blink or on for 1 second, and it should off for 1 second. This is the first simple project I want to demonstrate here. For that, here pre-designed circuit is available named blink. So I am going to pick this blink and paste it on my project area. For that, just click on that blink and drag and drop on your project area. So after drag and drop, you can see a circuit is available in the project area. So this is known as project area. I am going to zoom this little bit to view. So here you can see Arduino Uno is taken, and already some LED is connected and one resistor is connected here on the pin number 13. In this project area, you can see there are 4 buttons available here. The first button is code, and second one is start simulation and export share. These buttons are available here. The first thing is code. So what is code is, whatever the program we wrote in the Arduino IDE, the same program we can able to give for this simulation board. So for that, just click on that code and you can see some project available. Here the code is written in block. We are not going to focus on the block coding, but we are going to focus on the text. So it's asking, are you sure? Yes, I am sure to write the code in the text mode. See here, there are the pre-existing code is available because they have written this code to blink this LED for 1 second, and it should be connected in the pin number 13. So for that, they have taken two functions. One is the setup function and one more is a void loop function. In this setup function, as our aim is to blink the LED on pin number 13, so pin number 13 should be always output. Means from the Arduino, the signal should send to the LED to blink the LED. So they are very sure about the pin number 13. So they are making this under the setup pin mode 13th pin as output. The important thing we have to see here is the pin mode. You want to check that M is capital letter and all others are small letter. So this is the syntax we need to follow everywhere when you are going to set up something, some pins as output or input. So the pin mode syntax should not change anywhere. If you are changing this pin mode, the syntax, then error will come, syntax error will come. So the pin number 13 is output, and once again you can check that the output, all the letters in the output is capital letter. So this is again a syntax we need to follow, and they have mentioned the pin number 13 is output, and once again what that 13 pin should do. This 13 pin should send the high and low value with 1 second delay. So what they have done is, so high and low are definitely, it is a digital output, so they are writing digital write. Here once again you want to see that digital is DIGITIL is small letter and W is capital letter. And digital write of pin number 13 comma high means initially I am giving high signal to the pin number 13, and we are calling a delay for 1 second. Here they have given 1000, means 1000 millisecond is equal to 1 second. So how many millisecond you want delay, just write the delay here, because this delay function is already predefined inside the IDE. So I don't want to write 1 second the delay code for this. So this is pre-existing function. Just write this function name and give some values. Say for example here they have given 1000. So 1000 is for 1 second and it is 1000 millisecond. So this 13 pin will be high for 1 second. Then after that, after 1 second, it will again change that pin number to low. For how long? It is again for 1 second. So because of this two codes or two set of codes inside the void loop, again it will come to high and it will go to low. So this will do forever. So whatever the code you are entering on the loop will do forever or continuously it will do. So after writing this code, just close the code, or it may be on also, no problem, and start the simulation. So after starting the simulation, you can see the red light is turned on for 1 second and turn off for 1 second. Now we will see the hardware circuit, how they have built this hardware circuit. For that I will stop the simulation right now, and I am trying to delete the wires. So select the wires, and there is a delete option is there. Just delete it and again delete the another end of the wire of the resistor, and you can see the resistor value we can able to change here. Just on clicking this pop-up button is coming here. Here we can able to change all the resistance value, whatever you need, in whether it is in a ohm or kilo ohm or mega ohm, giga ohm. So all these values are here. Just write the value, and accordingly the color code will be changing. For example, if I am giving 1000 ohms, so accordingly the color code is changing. So this is a very good to beginners to learn the color coding also. So I will make this as a default. So and the anode is connected to the 13 pin through the resistor. So just drag a wire from this terminal to this terminal and from here to 13th pin. Because the program is written for 13 pin, so I want to connect the resistor to 13 pin. and the cathode is connected to the ground, so the circuit is completed. Now according to our code, the hardware will work. So again, once again I am going to start the simulation. You can see the LED is blinking. So here one more advantage of this simulator is, suppose if you don't know what hardware or any mistakes you did in the hardware, that also will be indicated. Suppose if I am deleting the resistor, if I delete the resistor and directly if I connect the 13 pin to the anode to 13 pin, then we can start the simulation, but there is a warning. So the warning is given, the current through the, so some warning is given, the current warning is because the current is more when you connecting directly the LED to the 13th pin. So it is always better to use the resistor to protect the current limit to the LED. So in this video we have learned about the basic programming concept and also the basic embedded hardware, and also some basic of the Tinkercad, how the simulation is working and how useful it to learn the microcontroller, Arduino microcontroller. And one more point once again I am mentioning here, the Arduino Uno and Mega both are having same programming concept. So the available microcontroller in the Tinkercad is Uno. It is nowhere problem to learn the program on Uno, because the syllabus is given for the Mega, so it is not a problem. Uno also we can able to learn the programming concept as well as the hardware circuitry on embedded system. Thank you.